So we're progressing quite nicely with our blanket now. We've got quite a few rows building up, and it's time to talk about our next section, which is stacked shells. This one's one of my favourites. So I'll join my new colour yarn, and we're building on the stitches that we've already used, but we're going to use them in a slightly different way here. So first of all, I've made a chain, and I'm going to start with a UK double or US single into that first stitch. Then we need to skip 2 stitches, and I'm going to make 5 UK trebles or US doubles into this third stitch here. So again, it's making a shell as we have done in the grannies and the stacked grannies, but this one is going to have 5 stitches in instead of just 3. Then we skip 2 stitches again, and then we're making a UK double, US single. So we're making a little bump like that. So we carry on repeating that along the row. Just checking I've made 5 there. I skip 2, and I'm working another UK double or US single. So I'm at the end of the row. I've worked my last shell of 5 stitches, and I just work a double, UK double, US single into the end. So there's my row of shells or sort of bumps. Now I can cut the yarn for this one. So I've joined my yarn here, and then for this second row we're actually going to work 5 chains to start. So we're going to work 3, which will count as our UK treble or US double, and then we're going to work 2 more chains. Now we need to skip 2 of the UK trebles or US doubles, so we skip 1 and 2, and we work into the third here. So it's the middle one of those shell of stitches, and we're just making a UK double, US single. So I'll hold that out so you can see. Then we make another 2 chains, and then we work a UK treble or a US double into this UK double or US single. So we're skipping 2 again and working into that third stitch. So that's the pattern of what we're doing for this row. So chain 2, skip 1, 2, work into the middle treble, and then chain 2, skip 1, 2, and work into the UK double or US single. And then that ends in the same way with a UK treble or US double into the last stitch. So we've got an open row of mostly chains there. So as you're working this chain row, you just want to be careful not to pull those chains too tight. It can be quite easy, especially when you're working more than one chain at a time, to work them quite quickly and make them quite small. So you just want to check the tension of your yarn while you're working those and make sure you're not got too much tension there. Otherwise it will tend to pull the blanket in a little at the sides. If you're having real problems with that, you can always change up to a bigger hook, of course. So we'll carry on with the next row. So this has worked much the way as we did with the first row. So we make a chain, make a UK double or US single, and then we're skipping this chain space here. So we're effectively skipping 2 stitches, it just happens to be 2 chains, and we're working into this third stitch here, and we're going to make 5 treble crochets or 5 US doubles. So I've got 5 there, and then we're skipping 2 stitches again, so the chains, or skipping the chain space, and working a UK double, a US single into the top of the UK treble, US double. So I've made my row of shells. I'm now at the end, and I've got our starting 5 chain that we made back at the beginning of the last row. And what you'll effectively be doing is making a chain into the top of the stitch. So if you remember, I said we were making 3 chains, which would count as our UK treble or our US double, and you want to make a stitch into that 3rd chain. So you'll be skipping 2 along from this row, and it's also, you know, it's the top of that stitch. So we'll make a UK double or US treble into that. So it's the 3rd one of those 5 stitches from whichever direction you count. So it's 1, 2 and 3 up, or 1, 2 and 3 along. So that would count as your stitch and 2 chains, the same as we have on this side. So you can continue working your rows in the same way. So once we reach this stage, we're going to go back to working rows of treble stitches or US double stitches. So row 7 is a little different in preparation for that. So I've done my first chain of 3 stitches, and then I just work 2 UK trebles or US doubles into the chain space, a stitch into the stitch, and 2 into the chain space all the way along. And that just sets it up so you've got the right number of stitches to work into for your treble or UK double rows. Now you can find that the stitches will gap slightly like that. They'll space themselves out roughly evenly in the chain spaces, but occasionally they will gap slightly. So you can work into the actual chains if you'd like to ensure they're completely even. I'll just show you a little example. So that's worked into the chains, and that I've just worked into the spaces. Again, I just tend to work into the spaces myself, but if you prefer to work into the chains, that's absolutely fine. And then when you reach the end chain space, again you've got the choice. You can work 3 stitches into that end chain, or you can start working into the chains and work into 3 chains. So you need 3 stitches in that last space for the stitch count to be right.